Okay, today I'm going to show you the only two bottom rigs you will ever need, and I'm going to show you how to tie them.
If you're down or heading a fall, better get yourself up and head it on.
Everyone's favorite is the double dropper rig or just the regular bottom fishing rig. And it's simple, the hooks come right on and off, you can change the sizes easy. The weights just pop right off of there if you don't want to use a flat weight. You throw a bank weight on there. Very simple. But anyway, I always like to use this because it's better to, use two pieces of bait to present to your fish than one. I'm going to show you how to tie that, but first I'm going to tell you about this guy. The only time I don't use this double rig is if there's snags or if I'm using a live piece of bait. And that's when I pull this guy out, and it's just a leader, really, with a swivel on one end and a hook on the other. And then you hook this to your fishing line, and then tie your fishing line to that, and that way, if you're in a snaggy area, when you pull on your line, that'll lift up over a log, and it'll suspend this, and you can reel it in without any snag. That's the only reason I ever use that, or live bait, so your bait can swim around a little better. Bluegill, croaker, whatever you're using. But if I'm just using shrimp or cut bait, I like the double rig. And I'm going to show you how to tie it right now. First thing you're going to need is about 6 foot of your favorite monofilament, or any generic monofilament. I use 30 pound for my rigs. And this first knot for the weight, the easy slip on slip off weight knot, what you do is you take an end and you just you're holding it there, okay, and then you're going to make a little loop with it, a twisty loop. Don't just touch it together, you actually want to get a little bit of twist in there, like so. So you got that, you got your tag end and the rest of your leader in one hand, and then with this big loop you're just going to pass it through 3 times. And I'm going to show you with some yarn. It won't tie as good, but it'll be a lot easier to see. And just go through 2 or 3 times, and then you start pulling. And you give it a little bit of spit on there. It'll help it so it won't slip. And then you just take your weight will just slip right on and right off. Just go through, slide the weight right through it. That's good to go. Okay, and now for the hooks. It's a little bit more complicated, but you're going to make a loop and come around the top like so. So you got 2 on top and 1 on the bottom. So you're going to take these 2 lines and you're going to twist it around itself 3 or 4 times. And keep that loop there all the time. And then you're going to take that bottom piece of string and put it through there. And this can get difficult, especially if you're using smaller line. So what I do is I get it started and then I grab it with my mouth. I got some buck teeth going on, so I can really do it like that. And then you're going to make this little triangle. Give it a little bit of spit. And then tighten it up. And that's ready for a hook and maybe a bead if you want a bead on there. And then we'll go start the next one. I'll show you that one more time, and then I'll pull out some yarn and show you exactly how I did all these knots. I'll show you that one more time. You got your loop with 2 pieces on top and a piece on the bottom. And then you're just going to wrap the top 2 around itself 3 or 4 times, keeping that loop there, and then passing the bottom right through your loop. That's where I grab it with my teeth. and then pull. A little bit of spit on there will help you, but that's okay. And check that out already. I mean, that's so simple. And then you just want to, whatever kind of, I just use a regular fisherman's knot for tying the mono to a swivel. This is pretty basic. I make a loop. And then I take the tag in and I wrap it a few times and then just go through both loops with it. That's just a regular fisherman's knot. Like so. Yeah. And then it's so easy to put the hooks on and off. We'll go ahead and throw a dark color bead on there. This is just a piece of jewelry bead from one of my wife's necklaces or bracelets. Stick that guy in there. If you got a bright color bead, it's okay. I got a little silver one here. We'll throw it on. And the hooks, what you do is you're just going to slide it in and then just put the hook over it. And it's that easy. If you want a bigger hook or a smaller hook, take it off the same way. And there's no way a fish is going to pull that off of there. You don't have to worry about that, because even the weight of the hook will hold it on. Like so. Use a little metallic bead on this next one. It doesn't really matter. Most people just use red or whatever. I just kind of use whatever I have laying around. You never know what is best to present a fish. Take another hook. Right through itself. And that baby's ready to go. It's ready for some bottom fishing. I always use these on the beach or the pier, or really in the river, the intercoastal waterway, anywhere that I know that there's no snags. This is my go-to rig. Now let's take a little bit better look on how to do that. So on that weight knot, what you do is you kind of start like that, and then you want to make a loop. See what I mean? Like so. Make it a little bigger so it's easier to tie. Like that. And then you're just going to take the big loop and take it through the little loop a few times. 2 or 3 or 4, doesn't really matter. And then spit on it and pull. And look at that. That's such a nice knot. Oh man, I don't know if a way to go in. I don't even need to try, but I'll do just to show. See, isn't that simple? It's ready to go. Okay, for another knot. The hook knot. You're going to make a big old loop. However, whatever size you want it. Like so. And then you're going to take these two, where there's two, one going from the weight and the other going up. You're going to spin those with each other. Like so. Always keep that loop right there in the middle. And then you're going to pull the bottom piece of string through it. Let's see if I hold it with my mouth again. Ding ding. Just like that. It's simple. And I'm telling you, these are the only 2 bottom rigs you need. This guy I really like. I really prefer to present 2 baits opposed to 1, but if there's snags and if there's a piece of live bait on my hook, that's when I go with the single rig. I hope this helped out. If you learned anything or if you think you might use one of these rigs, go ahead and give me a like.